Hello everyone and welcome back to our little Tropican paradise city that we have as a new freighter is coming to town, and yes, lots of money with that. 44,000, around that number. We're exporting a lot right now, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good for us as well. We also have some nice trade contracts, so there's lots of money coming in with all the bonuses. 100,000 seems to be the new go now. In that case here, the bank, of course, we need to be careful. I will definitely have now as much money as possible, because when we look at our budget there, what we made last month, for example, of course the local services are now really huge, so the rent, of course, as always, the fees are increasing, so we have the clinic, we have the restaurant and stuff like that, but also now something that is miscellaneous here, and that is the interest. 12,000 in 1 month making out of the bank here. This is really powerful. I like that a lot, and that's of course only possible because we have that amount of money. Now, what do we need to do? We have a couple of missions here right now. So the Western Power trade, or the Western Powers trade, we are doing right now. Issue industrialization. That's what I'm going to remember here once we are going to build more industries once again. And we have a hospital to build. A hospital is actually pretty good. When we look at the happiness of my people, I think healthcare is not the greatest. It's below 50 again, despite having 2 clinics. Yes, that's because they're full all the time. They're not going to make it that any longer. So the hospital is my next one. There it is. It's pretty expensive. Also, it does cost energy, 35 on that, so we probably will need to expand my energy there. I still have 69 megawatt available, and this is already fully upgraded, I think. Yep, there's nothing else anymore that we can do here, so we really do need another power plant then at some point. Oh, and we've also delivered cigars to Commander Garrison. That was a smaller side mission there. And the next one is coming and demands that we build a cathedral. So it seems like, oh my goodness, a cathedral should be quite expensive from what I know. There we have it. Yes, it's even more expensive. Yeah, I'm going to do that, of course. Now, let's just have a look where we can place the hospital, right? The hospital should be, of course, in a bit of a central location, basically because, well, a lot of people will want to go to that all the time. So I'm thinking about something here beside a theater, having a hospital. It's not the best option. There we would have a good location actually to have a hospital, right? We're building a lot of stuff around it, or somewhere here, and this is actually my favorite location there, somewhere along the line here, most likely, so that we have a graveyard or a chapel here already, and we could replace this one. We could actually relocate this one to another location somewhere a bit further outside, right? And it has the same size as the hospital. And the hospital we can squeeze in just nicely, and that's what I'm going to do. Boom, there we have it. And the hospital is coming along now. There's a bunkhouse here still that we might actually just demolish, to be honest. Who cares about a bunkhouse? And the electrical substation. Very careful we need to be with that, because basically, yeah, we don't want to have everything out of power. Now there we have a bit more space again, just beside the hospital. I might actually make it, wait a second, I might actually move the hospital a bit further over here to this area there once the debris are gone. And boom, there we have it. So we have a bit more space over there for more living quarters and stuff like that if we want to. And of course the plantations we need to move now at some point as well. So the hospital is getting a bit more, yeah, into the point. You know what, since I'm a very indecisive person, I've just moved the hospital a bit now in here. So with moving around a bit, for example, the theater behind the courthouse, I was able now to squeeze in the hospital. I would like to really have it in a central position, and there it's just working out. It's a very important building for everyone. And we're going to upgrade this further down the road. So there we have it now. Oh, behind enemy lines. We need to wait again for 1 year. This we already had. It's a very strange mission that I still don't fully understand. Doesn't matter. Now, what I can still do here is beside the hospital to build up a small buffer around it, right? So let's just have another park area in this area. That's what we have now: the cabaret, the theater, the high school, the hospital over there, a nice little restaurant in between, and the courthouse just here. So this is the area where we're going to see lots of high quality buildings then popping up over time. Speaking about high quality buildings, we have another one that we need to build, and that is the cathedral. Now the cathedral is a really massive building, as we can see, and I definitely don't want to move that around anymore. Plus it should also be rather central, so yeah, difficult decisions. And I think the cathedral, as it is a pretty big building, I would like to have it in this area. We already have a nice plaza area here. We have these houses that I can move away. Of course, it's a bit closer here to my mine now, but of course, we're not going to have that mine forever, right? So we're going to move this at some point. We might even just import gold at some point and just process it then. This whole plaza area, or this whole area now, we need to move those houses there. So I'm going to move them just over here, beside the road over there. And then we still need a bit more space where I could squeeze those guys in. Perhaps here, there it's a nice location, perfect. And I think 2 more we have, so something here. Of course, those people, when they wake up, they will be in a complete different location. Some of them are separated, others have it worse. So unfortunately, I can't, of course, make it right for everyone. They're going to have a nice surprise there. Now, there we have the space for it, for a $12,000 cathedral now that I can squeeze in. The only thing is, this road here still needs to go away. It's a beautiful building. Yes, I would like to have this one here. This is going to look great. I think every other commodity is in its surrounding as well. And of course, over time, we're going to expand into these areas there. And that's that. Now, another thing, we still also need to move those houses here. I have something planned for them as well. So it's the great relocation that we're playing here right now. I could probably still squeeze them in somewhere else. This park here, let's have this one over there as well, right? So they have it a bit nicer. They are close to farmland then. And then we have a bit of a space now, and I would like to have an additional government building, and that is the customs office. Increases the export prices. I think this sounds pretty promising. And we can squeeze it in right like that. Perfect. Another government office here in the center. I do like that. And we just see how powerful this really is then, right? Immigration office is over there. There we have the park, library, and of course we should then also look out that we make this one here a better city area, as everything is coming together. Now, no. Money-wise, yeah, it's fine, I do need another power plant, unfortunately. They're really expensive. They're costing me quite a lot, these power plants. I don't want to have so many of them, but I need to. So we're going to have another street connection here, making this whole area now more or better for another power plant then. Because with the power plant, I have another goal, and that is the metro station, right? So we want to build up something. Oh, the nuclear power plant would be possible as well, but this cost me, this would actually cost me 50,000 if I want to build that, and that's still within or without or outside of our possible area. So I'm going to move the power station 1 here, or the second one here, and we still could place a third one there as well for that. Perfect. How's it looking? The cathedral is coming along. Of course, that's taking a bit of time. We have actually quite some homeless people right now, and also some jobless people. So I might need to add some jobs now. Who doesn't like that? I think there in this little corner here, or there we could have the apartments. Should I have more apartments there? I could also have some apartments here in the area. I guess we could do that. I guess we could have 2 apartments here, perhaps even 3, then or even 4. Yep, and surrounded by some parking area, some park area in the center. Very good. So this whole block is then fully used with lots of, residential area. We also have a bit of space here, though I don't think we're going to squeeze in some houses in this area. Flop house, I could have it like that. Of course, that's not pretty. It's possible though. Let's do this. Let's have this one here, and then another park area here. That's looking fantastic. Of course, these houses we have to move then as well at some point. And the cathedral has been finished. I'll be happy to see you in the confessional, Presidente. Sooner is usually better than later, but because it can get too late. Plus, I really want to hear all the gossip, you know. Let's get the 10,000 already just standing. We are in the middle of an election. I'd rather go with the standing. This actually give me... Did it really give me just 5%? I might it did. Well, that's great actually. There we have it. Another really beautiful big building now. Let's import some nuns or priests and hope that everyone likes it. Also, the cathedral, we could have this one here, Dunning Confessional. The cathedral starts emitting 15 crime safety. Oh, isn't that nice? As people now flood to our latest monumental building there. I think this is looking particularly nice in this area. Also, our latest housing block is finished. Oh, and we have, of course, after the election now, the average healthcare happiness that we still need to raise there a bit. But isn't that looking nice? I love these colorful buildings. Unfortunately, they don't have the highest quality housing. But it's fine as long as we push a bit more money into it, or as long as we electrify them. Now, electrification should be possible. We do have the power plant, the second one working. As we can see, the network balance is now 366 megawatt. And yeah, let's increase their efficiency. So they go from 52 to 64, and I can further reduce the budget there once again, making that a bit cheaper here. The whole working area. Very good, very good. Indeed, those houses there, I've already done it right, so I could... Oh, they are at poor housing quality, below 50. Yeah, I'll keep it like that. Now about the healthcare system. Over there we have the hospital. As we can see, it is very much used. It's really full. I think there are lots of sick people in Tropico. I already upgraded the housing to have an additional hospitalization wing. So that's the maximum amount of people that we can squeeze in here. And yes, well, we can think now about a metro station. Of course, here in the center, having a metro station is probably one of the most important things right away. So let's just check it. We have now the power for it. Metro station, there it is. I think it only needs, yep, 1 square really. So we can, well, basically squeeze it in anywhere. We might have a very good location just over here with this tiny block there. Right, so this metro station reaches all of that. Then we go over here to the other central area where we have, yeah, there a little block that we can have just for this area. We can then go, we should go, of course, over here to the industry, and there we have plenty of space anyway for all of that. Behind it, over here, I might still have another one. Wait a second, this one did not go away. Now it's going away, perfect. I need the space, there we have it. Then over there we have plenty of space really to build it. So let's get cracking. The metro station, passengers can travel from one metro station to another on the same island, improves the housing quality of nearby residential buildings and tourist accommodations. Passenger must be at least poor. The more stations that are connected, the longer the travel times will be, and it also decreases the crime safety in the area. Right, let's not build too many for now because they are quite expensive. There's the first one. There's the second one for this area. Then I'm going to have one over here in the industry area. And then on the other side of town also in this area, I think we can make this work. Perfect. 4 stations for now. That should do the trick. And this one now is under construction. And boom, it's ready. We got our very first metro station. People are really going to that. We have 2 workers there, so we do need workers for that. I hope that metro stations earn us money, of course, since we do have, well, we do have tickets that we need to sell, naturally. That's the first one. We can also see the sign now. The second one is still under construction, as are the other ones. This one is almost finished. Just over here, the next one we have. And thus we have our first metro network that we need. Very good, very good. Also, we found the blueprint for the plastics plant, another blueprint that is rather expensive, and we don't need to do anything with that anymore. There we have the metro station, so this whole area now is also a bit connected. And what I might do here is, finally, I would like to get rid of these ugly bunkhouses, so we no longer need them here anymore. And what I could have instead is some beautiful or more beautiful houses there, like the apartments. I know they haven't the best quality, but they just look so cute and they just really look Tropican to me. So I would like to have them. Let's have 2 in this spot there as well, just here beside our little beach area. Really, really nice area this one is. And yes, well, those stations are really, really used, so I'm really surprised at that. Lots of people go with that. We can also see the amount of people that use it, and there's actually a fee, yes, $2 per usage, and as we can see, we definitely will make some money out of that, I'm pretty sure of. Perfect. Also, these houses have been finished, so there can also then people live in them. We still have some homeless people, but that should not last for so long. We can now continue, and I would like to still go with a bit more industry and stuff like that. So over there, as we can see, we have plenty of space, right? There is lots of stuff that we could do over there. And I definitely would like to do that. So I would like to expand the city. As we can see, we have still lots of room to expand. This area for now we keep open because we have the plantations. This one we can have, and down here this one we can have. Speaking about anything else, this area I would like to reserve for tourists, right? So we should have some tourist area then as well. So for a bit more industry we can continue over here. And for that, we probably will need to move the plantations then into, yeah, some area over there, perhaps. For now, it's a good area for more. Also, wait a second. Industrialization, right? Before I go with anything, we should activate this edict. One thing that I would like to do here is definitely right away more sugar. So we are using sugar already for the rum, I know, but we need another sugar plantation for the chocolate that I want to have. And then we do need plantations for cocoa. And as it works, we do have some cocoa fertility in the area. So I would like to squeeze in some 2 plantations here mostly, or yeah, let's make 2 of them. So one here. And then probably one over here as well, right? So this is an area where we're not going to build anything for too long or for quite some time, right over there. Those plantations will work. Very good. They're of course all going to have the multiculture. Another thing that we definitely do need here, oh wait, now I'm going to activate the industrialization though. There we have it. Issue the edict. That should also finish it. Very good. It cost me 10,000 and we do get 5,000 out of the reward again. So it only cost us half. And I'm so glad you listened to my advice about which floor we should be going to. The others are content to live in the basement, but you and I, we belong in the penthouse. I see the same. Yeah, we have the same opinions here. Then I do need the Teamster office. I haven't built one quite some time, so there we have it. Teamster office. Let's have this one beside the plantation. Then also I would like to have another metro station out there. It just makes sense. Or we have a bus. We have the bus. Wait a second. About the bus. We have a bus right now that goes... It's a bit hard now to decide. Where are the stations? There's the station going there. We have the metro line here now, right? So this is not that much needed anymore. Starting bus is fine. Ending is going to be out there now. So people can travel out there, right? So the bus line we've changed now. So people can commute much more easily over there. And speaking about commuting, they of course don't have to do this forever. So I'm going to add now, first of all, we can finish this whole row there. So the central spot, and around it, we can have now more houses, right? Because people that work out there, they will want to, well, live close by. So it might make sense to start building some houses and apartments in this area like this one. Right. Those things are being built. Next up is the chocolate factory. There we have it. And it's really cheap now, right? So it's 3,200 only thanks to industrialization edict that we can have. And I think we're going with 2 of them. I think we're going to build 2 of these chocolate factories. Chocolate should be one of our specialities. Plantation. We might need a bit more cocoa for that. And I definitely would like to have enough people for my... Oh, wait a second. There we have high fertility for it. Yes, let's have another cocoa. It should definitely be within range of the other ones, right? So here, we might squeeze in another cocoa. So they all are still within range. And then one more plantation with the sugar. Yes, we can definitely have the sugar. Okay, I need to cancel this one. We're going to have the sugar plantation right next to it. Like here. This makes a bit more sense. Then we have the Teamster office. That I will have a bit in the central location here. Right, so that whole thing is working. And then we're going to have the chocolate factories, 2 of them. I might just make it here. 2 chocolate factories. Perfect. That wasn't so expensive. That is one thing. What else do we have for stuff like that? The weapon factory we could still have. Toy factory, the cannery produces canned creamery. Yeah, we are using everything else. So chocolate is possible here. We can use this area for quite some time, right? So we're going to expand over there naturally, but we're going to stop then as well at some point. And people can actually live close by as well. How good is that? I might just build up a whole area here, to be honest, full of people living and stuff like that. There we have then the ending for it. Then I might have a nice park or something here in the area. I just love how these parks adjust to itself so it doesn't look too repetitive. Very nice. Right, there we still have the mine. It's an iron mine. I might move that somewhere else at some point, but I don't think we have that much iron. There's a bit iron. Oh, we're using this one already. Iron. Down here we have more iron, right? But it's a bit further away. Yeah, let's just keep this one for now. And I might actually have something in between then to hide that. Perhaps some houses. Those houses. Wait a second, the apartments we could also have beside it. Yep. Even though that's of course not so pretty. Very good, and after a short period of time we have now both chocolate factories working. There's also the bus now connecting, and as we can see people are using it right away to get to their workplaces there. Oh, quite a lot of them. Okay, that's a very well used bus it seems, going right into city center. There we have them, and they already have cocoa and sugar in there thanks to having a team office right next to them. I think they also look really nice there. Sweet chocolate and dark chocolate, so consume 200% more cocoa, but no sugar anymore. Doesn't sound so bad. We could also upgrade this one here, increases job quality, and the building requires an additional 15 megawatt of power. Let's not do this for now. So chocolate we built, or chocolate we produce now, and we should also be selling this one soon. The factory workers will have a living right next to that, so yeah, it's not that heavily used yet. Some here and there, but that's it. I might also try to make this a bit more lively than, of course, the whole area by connecting it further with our network, like here, our road network that we have. Right, so there's lots of space now where we can squeeze stuff in, especially also make people work. We should have a grocery store then in the area for all of those people, like here for example then, and stuff like that as we continue now. So more industry we can have here. I think we might also have our car industry then just over there. So the vehicle factory, steel and rubber. Steel we already have, so we only need rubber. Now rubber, I think we need rubber. There it is. We can have it with the plantation. But, oh my goodness, there is not that much fertility for rubber in the area. Here is a good location for it, so we might actually just continue over out here, but that's really far away, gotta say that, just for rubber. No idea if people will actually get there. That's another thing, but then we could really have something there. It's worth trying it out, to be honest, right? So rubber, there we have it. Here we would have to have the plantations. I don't want to have it too far outside really, but they could be boosting each other, right? So let's have two of them for now. Let's quick build them. That's for the rubber. They're going to use the monoculture most likely. Decreases the amount of jobs and increases the efficiency. Let's do this definitely. So we need less people out here. And both of them are also paying a bit more, right? So people are less likely to get up there. The bus station is here. They would have to travel all that way. That's hard. That's really hard. We'll just see how this one works out. And if we can actually produce some rubber out there. I might just do it a third. We might also just import rubber, to be honest. Let's have another one here, because then it makes sense to use the multiculture on that. Right, so they can boost each other. That's it. Alrighty. They have workers at least. We'll just see how they get over there. Build a fire station. Another one. Alright. There's no time limit on that, so it's fine. So the people will have to go here, and then they will probably go by foot out there. They could also do some car sharing to get to their workplaces. Well, let's just hope this works out. Steel we already have, and yep, let's do another thing, and that is, we have the money for it, the vehicle factory. There we have it. It's a big building, it's a really big building, and the vehicle factory is going to, yeah, let us produce then some cars. Now we can also follow along the work route of one of my farmers now. So Dirk Schmidt, he's working in the plantation up there. He's really traveling by bus, as we can see. He's leaving, and with all the other farmers, they're going to walk now all the way to that plantation. This is absolutely not a good way, actually. And we do have the money. We could just have a bus line up there. It's 3 plantations after all, right? Yes, let's get a bus network up there as well. The bus garage. Let's have the bus garage out here. So this is going to be used then. We have the space in the area. So I'm going to have the bus garage then, yeah, here beside the vehicle factory. And it can then just move up there as well. Or wait a second, we might have the bus garage beside the... That should work out. Yes, beside the mine, right? So we're hiding the mine there a bit. Why not? I'm having a bus station then from here, from this bus station, going all the way out there to the plantations. The vehicle factory is finished as well. It now needs steel. It already has all the steel it needs, so we are no longer exporting steel. It just needs now rubber and produces then some cars out of that. It's also using some 50 megawatt almost of power. We still have a bit of power left then. Let's also see what we could upgrade here. Crash test dummies. So yeah, the people don't have to try the cars out themselves anymore. Let's do that, increasing job quality a bit. Other than that, it's a car company. There are the workers already coming in. It's a pretty big building. It was also a really expensive building. The bus garage is finished, so let's just have the starting bus here and the end bus over there, so people can now finally walk actually use the bus all the way up there. Is that the Constitution, immigration? Nope. Sorry, pals, not doing that. And rubber is being produced. Very good. Quite a lot of that, I hope. Rubber is in, and we're producing cars. Oh my goodness, that's big. Cars are going to be very, very profitable, I hope. Or I think. Alrighty, there's the bus now, and as we can see, are these farmers? No, they're not farmers, I don't think so. They're just passing by, but the other bus is now working, and those people can now use that station. And they should, once their shift is over, of course. Really cool, I'm having a lot of fun with this one, stay tuned.